Well, midwifery is really quite critical to Unfpa and our work in reproductive health. Not only the safe delivery of babies and looking after their mothers, both during pregnancy, during the labor and afterwards, but essentially to support families and to ensure the procreation and the continuation of family lives.
And the meaning itself is with women. Midwife means with women. So whosoever is not necessarily that I'm a midwife, if a person is with women giving that tender care, support, and is trained also in care during labor, after delivery, before like during pregnancy, then we say that it is a midwifery care or care given by midwife.
Well, the midwife's role is very important because we are always with the mother. In the Philippines, we only have midwives in some of the remote areas wherein we don't have doctors and nurses around, but we have midwives to take care of the mothers, especially those who are pregnant.
Really, if you look at what women want, not what the health services think that women want, but if you look throughout history, women have always wanted to have somebody to support them, somebody in that caring world, somebody to be with them, guide them, that they can feel confident at. The midwife offers a different kind of care to the sort of traditional medical care, but they're linked to the medical care. So in many ways we act as a half between the medical services and a psychosocial service of empowering women, helping women to give birth themselves.
We need this midwife everywhere, especially in Laos, because our people, 49 minority ethnic, they live on mountain, remote area. And now we recruit the young daughter from the people to come to be trained as midwife. First, that the train is short, 1 year, 2 years, and now 3 years. And then we go back home. They assist the pregnant woman at home.
Actually, we have more midwives than we need. However, the quality of the midwives need to be improved. The quality of the existing midwives who are working in the community now need to be improved. So our challenge now is how to have a more retraining for the midwives working in the community, and also the midwives working in the most important are the retraining for to update the knowledge and skill of the midwives working in the community. That's it.
Challenges, if I link to the Minister of Health strategy, they are until 2013 say that will be located 2 midwives and 2 nurses and 1 doctor in each village. But I'm not sure because the challenge is until now there is maybe about of the advocation. I don't see the good collaboration with Minister of Health and Minister of Education and also our university itself.
The social culture challenges in my country, they are still have some value, some value about the, specifically when we are talking about the family planning. Family planning, some of social culture still not yet receive the concept of the family planning. That's why we have to, the midwife, we have to advocate to local leaders, to local religious leaders, to talk about the family planning.
Actually, very good things happen in Pakistan. We were striving for good quality of program in Pakistan. So our first bachelor's program approved, and it was reviewed by external, which was International Confederation Midwife Educational Committee, So it was reviewed, and this program is based on global competency and educational standard. And we have started the first program at the Aga Khan University. We went through hard work of maintaining quality. So we can give country critical mass of good, competent, not just midwife, but leaders as well. The second important program is community midwife program, which is mostly for rural areas. And that program has heavy government buy-in, policymakers buy-in, and many other potential donors buy-in. So these midwives are, right now it's a slow, but we will see the progress of this in coming year, because we can't measure maternal mortality morbidity in 1 year or 2 years. It's a long-term process.
Best experience, a mother who we think is going to have complications, and we know that she will go through that. Mentally she knows she's got this complication, but then ends up going through labor without that complication that she initially thought she was going to go through.
I remember very distinctly, there are many instances, but one mother, she would have died because of postpartum hemorrhage in labor room itself in a tertiary hospital, because the timings were such that that time no doctors around, sisters also go for lunch, and I was there with my students. So that mother had traumatic as well as atonic PPH, both were there. So we were able to identify on time and were able to treat her, and we could save her life by taking action, prompt actions immediately.
I remember very well during the earthquake when I landed in Kashmir, and during the earthquake there was no light, there was no electricity, nothing was there. And suddenly somebody brought a mom to me, and I was so shocked. She has all the pelvic bones fracture, she was lying, and we were asked to help her. And we were trying to get some kind of innovative techniques to help this mom. But the wonderful thing was that, and I put it in my slide, when in the darkness, when everything was damaged, human life was completed, shattered, ruined, majority of people died in Kashmir. And here in the middle of the night, in the darkness, we gave birth to newborn. And then we said, here's a hope for life. And I never forget this moment, that here we were all the time going through deaths and coffin and these things. As soon as newborn cried, and I thought there's a hope for life. And I will never forget that moment when I took this baby to the mother.
When I was a student, as a midwifery student, one day we was at the hospital, we worked at the hospital, and one of my friends works at the delivery room. The doctor said, oh, we lost the baby, just because of the complication in pregnancy. And everybody thought, what should we do, what should we do? But my colleagues, another students, do the section and cried, just cried, and section. After 20 minutes, the baby came back alive, and said, wow, and everybody said, wow, it's wonderful. The doctor said, we thought that we lost the baby, but the students said, midwives again, do the best.
We have already fixed ambitious targets for maternal mortality, in fact, ending preventable maternal and newborn mortality. And so we have to see what should be the best strategies. And we can say now that at the time, after all this work done on midwifery, it is clear for all agencies and all partners that midwifery should stay a clear strategy for the future because it's an unfinished MDG agenda. Maternal mortality is still very high, neonatal mortality is still very high. We need to continue, and midwifery has to continue to play this role.
I think UNFPA is ideally placed to help and support and advocate for professional midwives. Everything that the UNFPA stands for, all of the mandates of UNFPA, supporting women's health, promoting reproductive health, even looking at gender-based violence, all of those things can be addressed if you have professional midwives that are working close to women. They are usually the ones that women will go to, and they are also the ones, as midwives working close in the community, they're the ones that can identify the risk problems or the signals that something's not right, that this family is under pressure, and help and work with them.
Well, Roy, I have to tell you this, that everything good that I've learned in obstetrics and in the care of women, I've learned from midwives. That is the truth, because if you look at the places that I've trained in, these are essentially first world countries, New Zealand, in Scotland and in England, where the midwives were the people that stayed with women throughout their labor. The doctors came and went. The midwife was there for the entire time. And certainly when I was a rookie and the first time I ever walked into the labor ward, I knew nothing. And I learned all the good things that there is to learn about midwifery from midwives. And I think that's a lesson that all of us can take on.